So in the previous video, I was about to complete the scattering parameters, right? So just completion of S parameter means just we discussed what is the advantage of using S parameters, and I said I will be discussing those S parameters in detail in the next video lecture, right? So before I discuss the scattering parameters in detail, let me discuss the sum of the properties of the Z and Y matrices for reciprocal network, right? And we know that for any reciprocal network, the power which is measured from either side will give you the same amount of power. If you measure the power from port 1 to port 2, or the power measured from port 2 to port 1, you will get the same amount of power. So that is the beauty of what? The reciprocal network. Even if you interchange the voltage as well as current from input to output or output to input, the amount of power you will get, that remains unchanged. So what this reciprocal network with respect to Z and Y matrices for reciprocal network, the Pij is equal to Pji. They are nothing but I port and J port, where Pij refers the power at the reference plane I. If I take the plane I as a reference plane, due to the input voltage applied at plane J, the power you get, that is Pij, which is same as that of the power at the reference plane J with respect to the input voltage applied at plane I, right? If you consider the power measured from port I port to J port or J port to P port, you will get same. And we know the relation between current and voltage in terms of the impedance, that is Z is equal to V divided by I, and if you take 1 over Z, you will get the admittance, that is I divided by V. So from the admittance matrix representation, right, we know that current I is equal to Y divided by into V. And what is the power relation? The power can be defined as a product of voltage and current. So this voltage at the ith port I will keep as it is, Pi, and this current I can be given by Vj and Yij, because already I have taken Pi here. So voltage at the jth port is Vj is equal to Vj into Vi Yj, right? So if you interchange, or Yij is equal to Yji. If I take Yji is equal to Yij, 1 over Zij is equal to this Yji can be written as 1 over Zji. We can write Zij is equal to Zji. Understood? This proves that impedance and admittance matrices are symmetrical for reciprocal junction. And here a very important topic in this chapter is the scattering or S matrix representation of multi-port network. In the previous slide or video, we discussed what is the need of the scattering matrix. And in this scattering matrix representation for multi-port network, again we are going to consider the two types of waves with corresponding amplitudes. They are namely incident and reflected wave amplitudes of microwaves at any port are used to characterize the microwave circuits. So how many types of waves are using? The two types of microwaves at any port we have to use. And the amplitudes are normalized. The amplitude of these waves, which waves? Incident wave and reflected wave, they are normalized in such a way that the square of those amplitudes always gives rise to the average power in that wave, and the average power at the nth port is given by the input power at the nth port is given by Pn is equal to half of An square, where An is the normalized peak amplitude incident at the input side. The reflected power at the nth port Prn is given by half Bn square, where Bn is the normalized peak amplitude of the reflected wave, where An and Bn represents the normalized incident wave peak amplitude and normalized reflected wave peak amplitude at the nth port. So in a two-port network, we can express the normalized wave in terms of the normalized voltages. So this A1 is nothing but what? It is V1 plus divided by square root of Z0. So this square root of Z0 corresponds to what? It is a normalized impedance, right? And it is V1 plus, right? So if I take the input power voltage V1, it is incident voltage plus reflected voltage. V1 is input at nth port. So if I say V1 is equal to V1 plus V1 minus, then how to write this V1 plus? This V1 plus is equal to the input voltage V1 minus the reflected voltage V1 minus divided by Z0. Similarly, this A2. So this A2 is what? It is the transmitted signal at the output port. So again we have output voltage V2. This V2 is nothing but V2 plus V2 minus. So this V2 plus can be written as V2 minus divided by the square root of Z0. Similarly B1. So this B1 is nothing but, you can see here. So this B1. So this B1 is what? It is a reflected. So if I take V1 here in place of V1, so this V1 is nothing but V1 plus V1 minus. See here, first diagram. If I say V1 is equal to V1 plus V1 minus, since V1 is nothing but V1 minus, and this V1 minus can be written as V1 minus V1 plus. Similarly B2 is nothing but what? It is V2 minus, and this V2 minus is nothing but V2 minus V1 plus. The same thing is written here. B2 is equal to V2 minus, which is V2 minus V2 plus divided by Z0, and B1 is equal to V1 minus V1 plus divided by square root of Z0. And the total or the net power that flow into any port is given by its RMS value, that is P is equal to the input power minus output power, so which you know, right? The remaining power is given by P is equal to Pi minus Pr. If you subtract the reflected power from the incident power, you will get P. And what is this Pi? Right? It is 1 by 2 A square, and Pr is 1 by 2 B square, right? So if I take 1 by 2 common, it is A square minus B square magnitude, right? And why I have taken magnitude? Because these A and B, they are the complex. They may be complex values also, complex number also. So it is better to consider always their magnitude. So for two-port network, the relation between incident and reflected waves are expressed in terms of the scattering parameters, right? So like how we related the incident wave and that is voltage and current. The voltage and current we related with A, B, C, D, H, Z and Y parameters. In the same way, we relate the incident and reflected waves with the scattering parameters. So here B1 is equal to S11 A1, right? S12 A2, B2 is equal to S21 A1 plus S22 A2. So if you write this in matrix form, so here you will get B1 B2, the column vector, is equal to, next there is a square matrix S11 S12, the elements of the first row, S21 and S22 becomes the elements of the second row multiplied by the column vector A1, A2, right? And the physical significance of the S parameters, if you see, right, you will get the physical significance, like a reflection coefficient. What is the reflection coefficient at port 1 and port 2? What is the attenuation of the signal when it is traveling from port 2 to port 1 or port 1 to port 2, right? So this significant will get by considering these two equations, right? So this S11 can be obtained, right, by making A2 is equal to 0. So when A2 is equal to 0, when this A2 is equal to become 0, when it is the output is terminated with a matched low. So when it is terminated, the A2 is equal to what? 0. So when A2 is equal to 0, this term becomes 0. So you will get B1 is equal to S11 A1. So S11 is equal to what? B1 divided by A1 when A2 is equal to 0, right? So this is known as reflection coefficient tau 1 at port 1 when port 2 is terminated, that is output is terminated. Similarly, when input port is terminated, so when you can terminate, when you can say the input port 1 is terminated when the voltage at that port is 0, that is A1 is equal to 0. So when A1 is equal to 0, what you will get? When A1 is equal to 0, this term becomes 0, right? So you will get B2 divided by A2. So this is the reflection coefficient tau 2. Now make A1 is equal to 0 in again equation number, this first equation. What you will get? S12 is equal to B1 divided by A2, right? So B1 divided by A2. So this is known as attenuation of wave traveling from port 2 to port 1. So when wave is traveling from port 2 to port 1, so how much the power is lost, how much signal is attenuated when the signal is traveling from port 2 to port 1, right? And A1 is made 0. Similarly, when the signal is traveling from port 1 to port 2, making A2 is equal to 0, that is given by S21, that is B2 divided by A1, and A2 is equal to 0. So these are different scattering parameters. S11 is known as reflection coefficient tau 1 at port 1, S22 is known as reflection coefficient tau 2 at port 2, S12 is the attenuation of wave traveling from P2 to P1, S21 is the wave traveling from P1 to P2. So this is, we have the N-port network, right? Multi-port, N-port network or multi-port network, right? So many devices are connected at the junction point, right? And here for multi-port network, the S parameters are related with the scattering P1, P2 so on up to Pn, A1, A2 so on up to An. So this is the matrix representation of S parameters for multi-port network, right? And also in microwave device or circuit, we come across the several losses, and those losses have to define in terms of S parameters when ports are matched terminated or may not be matched terminated. So in two-port network, if power fed at port 1 is Pi, when power is given to the port 1 is Pi, and the power reflected at the same port is Pr. So port 1 is there, left side there is a port 1 device, next at the output of device there is a port 2. If I consider the power at port 1, which is Pi, you can say the incident power, and at the same port some power if it is reflected, then that is denoted by Pr. At the output port, P0 is the power available at the output port. Then with respect to these different powers, Pi, Pr and P0, the different losses can be identified as the first loss, insertion loss. So this insertion loss, all these losses are always measured in terms of what? Decibel. Decibel means you have to take 10 log. So which is Pi divided by P naught, insertion loss, right? So input power to output power. What is this Pi? Pi is nothing but the squared peak amplitude of A1 divided by P naught means the squared, the normalized peak amplitude of the output wave B2, right? So here it is A1 square. I can write A1 divided by B2 whole square. And what is this A1 divided by B2? If you see here, A1 divided by B2, right? So here B2 divided by A1 is nothing but S21. So if I take A1 divided by B2, then I can write 1 divided by S21. So that is here. A1 divided by B2 square can be written as 1 divided by B2 divided by A1 square, and B2 by A1 is nothing but what? S12, right? So that is, so 1 divided by S12 square, right? So using logarithm property, 1 divided by log of 1 divided by x square is nothing but what? It is 2 times log of 1 divided by x, and that 2 into 10 is 20 log 1 divided by S12. Similarly, transmission loss, it is also known as attenuation loss, which is 10 log Pi minus Pr. So what is the transmitted power? So out of incident power, if Pr power is reflected, the remaining amount of the power which is transmitted to the output side is given by what? Pi minus Pr divided by output power P naught. So in scattering parameters, in terms of scattering parameters, which is given by 10 loss 1 minus S11 square divided by S12 square. So we have reflection loss in dB 10 log Pi divided by Pi minus Pr. So which can be written in terms of scattering parameters S11 square. And last one is return loss 10 log Pi divided by Pr, which is 20 log 1 divided by tau, that is 20 log 1 divided by S1, right? So these are the various losses we come across in microwave device as well as circuits during their signal transmission, right? So you just remember the formulas, right? So in the next class we will be discussing one or more numerical example where we have to determine the various losses that are going to occur during the transmission. Thank you.